what's happening? Welcome back to my channel. We are here. We are going to stay queer, and we are going to slay this ponytail like I am right now. If you're interested in this look, stay tuned. If you want my eyelashes, stay tuned, because you don't get this code for free, honey. No. Where's the back of the chair? There we go. Nope. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the whole video. Don't be a stank hoe. Alright, I'm gonna prime my face with Tatcha's Canvas Primer. And it feels pretty nice. I'm going for a dewy look today. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer, or foundation. Sorry. I finally got my hands on this beautiful bitch right here. Look at her in all her glory. Jackie fucking killed it with this. It's beautiful, and oh, I almost dropped it. It's so pretty. Look at, like, I don't think you understand what this means for black women. Like, oh my god. Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get to my face first. So let's see what this damn foundation is about. I don't like the bottle at all. I don't like this squishy shit. I want a bottle. Like, I want my shit to be a bottle. It's taken quite a couple pumps to get out of there.
3 days later.
And I'm still pumping it, and there's nothing happening. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna use any color correcting underneath because I want to know how it works for me. I want to know how it actually holds up. And it's looking, I got color matched at Sephora, so yeah, if I come out looking funny, it's because of these guys. Smells the same as the old one too, which is cool. I'm into that. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about something that really has been on my damn mind all week. That Dave Chappelle comedy special for Netflix, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how a grown man is allowed to make a joke about content warning, trigger warning, also child sex abuse. Who jokes about raping a child? And his conversation on the LGBT community really irks me. Now, I've seen people say, well, you should see what our own people, like people from our own community, say about trans people. That's an excuse. You're giving some man an excuse to say literally whatever he wants just because what you saw half-baked 13 years ago and you thought it was funny. I don't understand how anybody could remotely back him up, could think that he's funny anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, Dave Chappelle was funny once upon a time ago, but it's called personal growth, where you start recognizing what is actually funny and what's not. Joke being the operative word here, about having sex with children, and people will laugh at it. That's why we're having issues with that shit. It's not a joke. It's not funny.
Nothing left to say, like, period.
For any straight man to think that saying anything about sexually assaulting a child, I just don't understand. At the end of the day, Dave Chappelle jokes weren't just not funny at all. They were insulting, they were questionable, and they were fucking scary, because like the fact that so many people could think it's actually funny and go on about their day and defend it to people, freely defending somebody saying that they're gonna fuck that kid, and then he'd say, I'd be a goddamn hero. Like, that's something you should be scared about. That's a beware. That's a warning right there. That's a red light. That shit is not funny at all, under any context. No grown man should ever joke about having sex with children or women. This foundation is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm really not sure how I feel about it. Like, I'm pretty sure it said full coverage, and it is, to a certain degree. But, like, do you see that? I don't know if you could see it on camera, but I see it, and it does not look the way I want it to look. I like matte foundations just because I feel like I'm covered. Like, I feel covered. This one also feels a lot thicker than the original Fenty foundation, which I'm not mad at. I like my babies thick. And yeah. So, there's just been a lot of shit on my chest this week, and defending pedophilia is one of them. I'm sorry, but you don't joke around with like that and not it be a half-truth. At least a half-truth, because the fact that anybody would think that shit is just weird. I mean, yeah, I guess the foundation's pretty decent, and I am going to use my extremely well-loved Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette. Yes, I know, it looks like that, okay? I'm gonna contour with it. If you're wondering why I'm sniffing, it's not because of cocaine. I know where I live, but it's not cocaine. I have really bad allergies, and every time the damn seasons change, I start getting sniffly. Yeah, so I just don't want to see any more defensiveness about Dave Chappelle. Like, I don't care if he's your favorite comedian. I don't care if, like, you have fond memories. I don't care if you fucking gave your grandmother a lung. I really don't care. There's no excuses for it. Up on the trans discussion that he had, people have been saying, oh, he made some really good points about the LGBT community. He doesn't really have a place at that table. That's like a mechanic giving advice on makeup. You don't know shit. And the reason that trans people and genderqueer people are so upset, it's because every single day we're trying to fight against what he just put out. We're not jokes. We're not it. We're not that thing. We are people, and the fight that we have to put in every single day to be recognized as a person is just ridiculous. Nobody should have to fight that much to just be alive. And like, I've seen some posts and stuff about, if I misgender you, just tell me, just fucking tell me, blah 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 blah. I'm sure you've seen it by now. It's like a pretty well shared post. But like, I don't think cis people understand the actual labor it requires genderqueer people and trans people to be voicing that every day. It's like coming out all over again, which is really hard to begin with. And sometimes you'll be saying it to people and people really just don't care. I have corrected so many people. I've put out mass posts saying what my pronouns are, and people still do it and misgender me constantly. I don't give a shit what I look like. I'm telling you what I am. And yeah, so I don't think, just don't require that labor from people. If you actually care about changing and being proactive and changing your gender usage, your pronoun usage, and you want to make a difference, then start using gender neutral pronouns, period, just for anybody. Because if you don't know, then why are you assuming? That just makes no sense. If you don't know and you want to improve, but you still call people by what you assume they're cisgender to be, then you're just going ass backwards. That's diminishing everything that you said that you wanted to change. Requiring people to tell you that all the time is just work that we shouldn't have to do. The same way you assume somebody can be a woman or a man is the same way that you should just address them. If you're hanging around with the opposite sex, you sure remember to use they, them pronouns then if you're talking to your spouse. So stop requiring the labor done for you. If you want to change anything, you have to do the research yourself. You have to learn it yourself, and you have to apply it by yourself. If you can't be accountable, then don't pretend to be. Don't forget your double chin. Yeah, so I'm just having some serious like anger over people and they're dealing with the trans community. Like, not only that, but like I've seen a lot of posts and articles by actual companies saying, oh, trans people or the LGTB community is upset with Dave Chappelle over trans remarks. We're upset with him over trans remarks and pedophilia remarks. Like, you can't just skip over the whole I'll fuck a kid. You gotta put that in there too. There's a lot of things that he said in there that were just not funny. Shock value is not the same when you're doing it just to be a disgusting fucking asshole. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And I know I was talking mad shit about this foundation, but I guess it's not that bad. I didn't want to like it just because it's not matte. If you're wondering why my setup looks different, it's because I am using the many spaces that I was given. And my setup at home still isn't done. It will be. It's just been a pain in the ass to get together. Back to school. Dropping things. There's so much work to be done. And I'm so preoccupied with thinking about why the fuck are people accepting Dave Chappelle's jokes? A lot of people are seeing it. We're seeing it. The big problem is mass media is not seeing it. They're looking over it like it's just another issue that we've just made up by ourselves, like collectively just decided to be mad about. If you fucking heard Jared the Subway guy say the same joke that Dave Chappelle did, people would be turning their heads and like kind of freaked out, you know? And I know people are gonna say, well, it's not the same thing, but it is the same thing because these are two grown-ass motherfucking men talking about children. You don't talk about children in that way. This is why Billie Eilish wears fucking sweaters just to hide herself from the whole population. When you see something bad, don't let people convince you that it's not something you should speak up about. Because honestly, it's not a joke. It's not a joke at all. Trans people aren't jokes. Genderqueer people aren't jokes. My pronouns are they, them. Call me daddy if you're nasty. That's it. You don't need to add nothing else. Just because you see non-binary people wearing makeup does not make us less non-binary. I could look like a girl all I want and still be who I am. And them, I mean the cis, because y'all motherfuckers be trying it sometimes. My Too Faced Born This Way Creamy Radiant Concealer. Excuse me because I chew gum like a New Yorker. I don't want too much going down my nose because it's already pretty defined. So essentially what I want everybody to take from this video is Dave Chappelle is a questionable person because he's made pedophilic comments, and he's also a transphobe because he thinks that trans people are a joke, which they're not. And I don't want anybody thinking just because your favorite comedian has said something that it's true now. There's a lot of danger around being trans, and there's no joke about it. There's no humor in it, especially when black trans women are the fastest dying LGBT people in the entire fucking country. Just don't treat it as a joke. It's a daily struggle for many people to have to deal with, and it's not okay. Right now, I am using NYX's Can't Stop Won't Stop banana powder, setting powder underneath my eyes. And as you could tell, I really press that shit in my skin because I don't want any creasing. And after I bake, or while I'm baking, I'm gonna be testing out this Jackie Aina palette. So far, I really like this foundation, like it's beautiful. I'll be putting some links in the bottom where you could donate to LGBT youth or trans youth. And if you can donate, that'd be dope, and help me know that you're with the cause that we're fighting for right now, because shit's gotta get done. Protect black trans women at all costs. Period. I don't know what to use for this Jackie Aina palette. Honestly, it's just so beautiful. I have no idea. I don't know. I think I'm gonna... I don't see many transition shades in here for me, for my skin tone, but like for deeper skin tones, absolutely it would be beautiful. I'm just gonna use a little bit of orange soda from the Soft Glam palette. We're all fighting our own battles, but when you see somebody that's fighting it and is unfortunately losing a lot of the people to the fight, that's when you gotta actually take a step back and say, okay, wait, maybe it's not funny. Maybe there is something happening that should be drawn attention to. Like, trans women are dying at an alarming rate. There's been 17 deaths of trans women, black trans women, this year alone. And I've heard some people say, well, you didn't have anything to say when he was saying the N-word. It's because he's black. You're allowed to reclaim that word when you are a black person. I'm sorry, you're not allowed to say it if you're not. I am using ginger right now, and I'm giving myself a good, nice lining of ginger brick road. If there's anything that I want anybody to take out of anything that I ever say, it's to be yourself. If your true authentic self is a racist, then you will get your ass handed to you one day. If your true authentic self is a trans woman, I am in complete solidarity with you. And if you ever need anything, you can message me, inbox me. If you need somebody to cuss somebody out, I will be your attack dog. I don't care. I will fight. Alright? We're fighting for my peoples. I got ginger on both of these lids, and not sure where the hell to go with that. I'm gonna close my eyes and pick one. Trust issues? Okay, so I can't use trust issues just yet. I'm gonna deepen my inner corner and my outer corner on both ends with credit. Oh wow, that's really pigmented. I could already tell on the brown. Matte browns always turn purple or muddy on me, and this is just beautiful. And oh, I'm just in love. To be, relevant, Nicki Minaj canceled her career as if we didn't cancel it for her. See, why does it always come back to pedophiles? Like, there's always, not that her man's a pedophile, but he's a damn rapist. And like, call me picky choosy, but I don't like to associate myself with those kinds. Like, I don't understand how anybody could look past that. Oh, you just did a rape, it's okay. Like, I don't understand. Hollywood is a questionable place, I'll tell you that. Ugh. Hollywood's a shit show. And I'm gonna take trust issues, and I'm not gonna get anything, I guess. The good old finger. Oh, fucking way. Like, I see why it's called trust issues, because this bitch came out green gold. I feel like I need to stick a little bit of Zam in there so I could go Zam Zaddy. I am actually really in love with this palette. This is just so cute, and the pictures online just didn't do it justice. I was kind of nervous. Gotta give credit where it's due, and it's due right in my fucking middle of my goddamn eye. Yes, I use liquid liner. No, this is not 1994. I haven't actually worn eyeliner in forever, and I don't know why I stopped. Okay, so since it's liquid liner, just let that dry down. I'm gonna finish my other eye, pop some brows on. Okay, so we doing a brow tutorial too. Surprise! I am using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the granite color. And make sure you brush your brows up first, like this. Make sure those bitches is lined up. Trace the bottom starting from the middle. And line up. Then you trace the top. Line just above your eyebrow, not on it. Just above, like not even on your forehead, just above your eyebrow. The reason you start in the middle of your brow instead of at the end tail of your eyebrow is so you could distribute all your product equally without it looking too funny, and it'll not be so bold of an eyebrow. It will actually make it more lifelike. And here we are with the finished look. Boom, boom, biggity bam, zam. This Anastasia palette with Jackie is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I wish that I could be inside of it. Dave Chappelle's a piece of shit. Black trans women are mi corazon. And I don't know, like, you know what's good. We ain't hating no trans lives over here. If you want some more, subscribe. Ooh, don't forget my code MUOVA15, son. Protect black trans women at all costs. You heard?